He will provide a brief statement and provide the opportunity for questions after. Please limit your questions to one per outlet. Following the briefing, the Joint Information Center staff and I will be here to help you with any of your further needs. May I now please introduce Rear Admiral John Mauger.
What's up, guys? True Crime King back. All right. So we have an update on the Titan sub. It looks like they were definitely killed by a catastrophic implosion, which means the outside of the sub failed. The pressure of the water caved it in, and they were killed. All 5 of them were killed in an instant. So apparently they have found debris from the sub all over around the Titanic, but I'll let you hear it for yourself. Here we go.
This morning, an ROV, or remote operated vehicle, from the vessel Horizon Arctic discovered the tail cone of the Titan submersible approximately 1,600 feet from the bow of the Titanic on the seafloor.
So 1,600 feet from the bow of the Titanic. So unfortunately, these two are going to go down in history as they were both supposed to be unsinkable, the most secure vessel in the water, and they both sunk in the exact same place.
The ROV subsequently found additional debris. In consultation with experts from within the Unified Command, the debris is consistent with the catastrophic loss of the pressure chamber. Upon this determination, we immediately notified the families.
So they notified the families. That means they know everybody has died. They're all dead, including the CEO, who, in my opinion, should be held the most responsible for this catastrophic failure, right? I mean, he blew by all the safety measures. He took these citizens down. You know, he could have just went by himself and tested this thing out, but he didn't, right? In my opinion, these guys that were paying $250,000 a piece were basically paying for this sub to be experimented. It was basically an experimental sub, right? It's just horrible all the way around.
On behalf of the United States Coast Guard and the entire Unified Command, I offer my deepest condolences to the families. I can only imagine what this has been like for them, and I hope that this discovery provides some solace during this difficult time. Additionally, we've been in close contact with the British and French Consuls General to ensure that they are fully apprised and that their concerns are being addressed. The outpouring of support in this highly complex search operation has been robust and immensely appreciated.
And real quick, I mean, let's not forget, this sub, even if they would have found this thing, right? I mean, let's say they found it on the floor right next to the Titanic, right? Okay. They couldn't just send like open the hatch and get them into a different submersible, right? Because they were bolted in, right? They would have to been pulled all the way to the surface and then unbolted all 16 of those bolts just to get these people out of that sub. So this sub, they wanted to be, they wanted to be, try and innovate faster and all that. And so they skipped, they were operating in international waters. They skipped all these safety measures. They didn't even have a hatch. I mean, they were just bolted in. So the only way to get the people out would have been to get them up to the surface onto another ship and unbolt all those bolts. That's just totally ridiculous to me, right? I mean, they're basically in an underwater coffin, right? And from that depth, you can't just raise them straight up, because, like, if you know anything about diving, when you're under those sorts of pressures, you can't just go from that deep all the straight up, or you'll die. You have to come up very slowly, and they have to time that stuff out. I don't know the exact times and all that. I'm not an expert diver. But you can't just go straight from 2 miles down, straight up to the surface, or you'll explode, basically. So this was just not... It was really almost an impossible rescue mission from the beginning, right?
We are grateful for the rapid mobilization of experts on the undersea search and rescue, and we thank all of the agencies and personnel for their role in the response. We're also incredibly grateful for the full spectrum of international assistance that's been provided. The ROVs will remain on scene and continue to gather information. Again, our most heartfelt condolences go out to the loved ones of the crew.
All right, yeah, I mean, he's just gonna go on and say they found debris, and of course, prayers to the families. But this is just, we need to learn from this, right? I mean, we can't just, or people just can't take random citizens down to the Titanic in basically experimental subs with a Nintendo controller and a sub that hasn't even been certified, and an employee got fired for basically saying that they weren't doing the correct procedures on testing the sub to that kind of pressure. He got fired for it. It's just so many things that are wrong with this, in my opinion. It just seems like the CEO that was the pilot, and maybe some other people from his company, just wanted to, they thought they just wanted to get it down there. I mean, it just seems ridiculous to me, putting people's lives at risk without having the proper safety measures in place. It's just, they didn't even have an escape plan, obviously, right? I mean, look what happened, right? I don't know. It's just totally ridiculous to me. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Prayers to the families. But I just wanted to let you guys know that they have found debris. The Titan has imploded. The pressure destroyed the whole sub. Everybody is dead. So, it's a sad case. But we need to learn from it, and this can't happen again, right? So, until next time, guys, True Crime King, out.